What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Rage Baiting with Spider-Man. Today we're doing it in season 3. I'm not gonna lie, Spider-Man has been like he's lost a couple of tiers, but regardless, the rage bait continues, and that's what we're gonna be doing today in this video. Also, before we start, I want to make a deal with you guys. So if we get 800 likes on this video, I will purchase the Venom suit in the battle pass and get the emo and do an emo after every single elimination to rage bait. So let me know if you guys want to see that, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. But let's go ahead and get into it. So as you see here from game number 1, it started off pretty slow. I kept poking around trying to get some picks, and I was mainly focusing the Phoenix because I definitely have some beef with Phoenix mains right now, and that's who I was gonna go for the rest of this match. Now it took a while, but after a couple of minutes of just constant poking, our team also trying to push as well, I was able to get my ult, and this is where we finally start into the actual kills and the rage baiting begins. You also notice here from her POV, she ended up using her utility a lot earlier than she should have. I was sort of playing hot potato because they had that Rocket and Penny team up, and it makes it so hard to touch the ground, especially if you're Spider-Man, you'll instantly die. So I was able to finally get her there. She respawned with the Rocket beacon. I went back and I was able to get her once again. She didn't really have help. The team was staggered. Some were sent back to the spawn. Wolverine looked like he was trying to dive around and flank our team. But regardless, I was able to eliminate her, and as soon as I did that, I went straight towards her spawn. Not at the same time, because our team is also clearing the other team out. There's probably going to be some teammates along with her, so I wouldn't be able to spawn trap like I would. So I wanted to pull her off the map, but I failed. Missed the shot completely. And then she went AFK for some reason. I don't know if she was typing or what was going on. She was doing pretty good, and it was early in the game, so there was maybe just sort of communication or something going on with the team. But regardless, I took advantage of that, didn't ask any questions, and I eliminated her, and I ran directly towards the spawn because now that we captured it, the spawn point had changed, and this was a good chance to get her alone. After a couple of seconds of waiting, I finally saw that she popped up, but it looks like she was going around, so on the other side, I wanted to go that way. I believe she may have heard me because this is where she sort of broke my neck, and then she popped up on the left side, so she tried to go around, but it didn't matter. I was able to combo her before she got back with the team and eliminate her. This is just from her POV if you wanted to know. So she took a left, and then she went into the room, and then took a right, and then came out and then tried to slide, and it looked like she knew I was there because she was looking in that direction, and she tried to use her utility to get away as fast as possible, maybe get with the healers. It didn't really matter. She wasn't able to do that. I tried to spawn trap her again. Magneto was now protecting her, so I had to fall back, pretty much get health, reset my positioning, and then trying to pretty much isolate her from the enemy team yet again so I can continue the process. Now, I was able to get my ult, so it made it a lot easier to eliminate her. I went straight for her. Didn't matter if there was people near her. I was scared of Luna maybe freezing me, but in this case, I got lucky. I was able to eliminate her, send her back to the spawn, and start the process all over again. She made the switch to Namor, and now that he's Namor and that buff that he has, like, look at this. I was instantly melted. I had to pull up the scoreboard, make sure that it was like, was this still the same guy that I was fighting this whole time, or is this someone different? Because I absolutely got destroyed. It took 2 seconds, and I was instantly melted. Now I had to really change up the strategy. I was a little cautious because those squids, they do a lot of damage. His damage buff now, and I had to just play it safe, you know, bread and butter, get a little bit of damage, and then fall back, repeat the process until I get a clean opportunity to isolate and then go for him yet again. So you'll see that I came back again for round 2 after I reset my abilities. I tried to mess with him, fall back. It wasn't enough. He still was able to get me with the squids. So you see from his POV here, instantly melted me. It took like a couple of seconds from his POV to get me. And then now I come back again. He wasted his bubble, and this is the best time. I get so happy when I see a Namor waste that because it's just free opportunity to get an elimination. So as soon as I saw that, I went all in, and I was able to get that elimination, and I ran directly to the spawn. Didn't waste a second. And every time you fight a Namor, never use your get over here or your pull until they use that bubble. So bait it, whether you do like a drive-by uppercut or you do any other combo or spam Spidey tracers, whatever it is, that's the best way to eliminate him. And as you see here, it makes it so much easier. Right now at this stage, we're just a couple of meters away from the point. I have my ult and I'm really just saving it for him, but he is like in the spawn. He's not really coming out too hard because the Iron Man ended up ulting, and then it's sort of just delayed time for them. So W Iron Man, he was able to help us get that point, and then that was how the first round ended. Now going on to round number 2. Now the switches they made is it looks like he's off Namor. Someone else decided to get on it. They also added a Hulk team up, and now she was going to be on Luna. I tried to eliminate her here, completely failed, had some help from Jeff, but it didn't matter because I was going to come back again. I wanted to go all the way around and get her by surprise, and that's exactly what I was able to do. So I hit her with that combo, and she was already pretty low, so it made it very easy for me to get that elimination. At this point is when I'm trying to just keep him in the spawn far from his teammates. That's the whole point of rage baiting, is to keep them one man down at all times. Diving her, trying to combo her, and if you notice, you see that combo right there, that flash step that I just did? You know what that was? That was just a lag. Thankfully, I was still able to finish off the combo and eliminate her. I laid her out, and after that, that guy was not happy, and it looks like at this point he was like, you know what, Luna's not gonna work, let me go ahead and make another switch. And now they are on Cloak and Dagger. Now at the same time that I'm rage baiting this guy, I didn't even notice, but they ended up capturing the point, and they were like delivering this thing. So I had to make sure I was aware of the point at the same time that I'm rage baiting this guy. So if I see that my team needs some help, I'll have to fall back and help them out. But that doesn't stop our goal, and that is to be the #1 most annoying thing for Cloak and Dagger to deal with. And so after she was eliminated there, I waited in the spawn and I hit her with an ult. I tried to get Jeff along with that, but I was only able to get her. It still was a W, and then I went right back to the spawn and we just continued what we were doing. Now it looks like they also pulled out a Loki, so now they have 3 healers. Now I think this is a W because they pulled out the 3 healers to mainly combat me because I was focusing their healers. At the same time, they're not really helping Cloak, and it sort of lowers their damage output. So overall, it should maybe help my team out a little bit more, at least from what I'm seeing here. But now I'm just keeping this guy in the spawn. And now he tries to get away, goes invisible, goes all the way around. He's trying to avoid me in any case possible just to get back with his team. And my goal is to make sure that he doesn't get back with his team. I tried to go for the kill and he ends up ulting. So yes, he ults. He's like really desperate to get back to his team, and he realizes I'm tired of dying to this Spider-Man, so I'm just gonna pull out my ult. And he ults, takes it towards the team, but he's a little far away. He also tries to fight me. He's just spamming util. I felt like the best thing to do is kill him in that ult, and that would make him real mad, right? So that's what I did. I pulled him and I yoinked him, comboed him, and was able to get that elimination. And as a result from that, he was not very happy because he goes straight to the chat, says, "This is unreal. I am done with you." So it looks like he's gonna make another switch and take the game more serious, and that's what he did. He pulls out Mantis, so he now has that sleep ability that's pretty annoying if you know how to land that. And I saw him again. Now he's reunited with the team. It's like it's gotten closer. Like these guys have like 3 minutes, and we need to hold them as much as we can. And now that I'm sort of reunited with the team, I'm gonna try to rage bait him, but also help my team at the same time. I tried to go for him and somehow got the Namor, so I had to come back and try to hit him with the ult. He sleeps me, but it wasn't enough. I was still able to kill him. Now you'll see from his POV, this was like the first time he was reunited with his team. He was really happy. He was healing everyone, spamming all his util, and then that's when I comboed him and then hit him with that ult and everything. And then he comes back again. Now he has his ult, so now he's actually using his ult with his team. The funniest part is you'll notice that the team wasn't even actually there. He came a little too late to use that ult because he was just alone, and it gave me a prime opportunity to eliminate him. You'll also see from my POV, right before he got there, we were able to take out the Hulk and some of the other people. And then when he ulted and he tried to back away because he realized he was alone, I was able to pull him towards us and then finish him off to get that elimination. He was fully staggered from the team. The team respawned. You see that they're all there now, and I was waiting to just go and swing towards him, and I tried to, and Hulk just grabbed me in midair and destroyed me. So the whole game I was avoiding the Hulk, but he finally got a piece of me. He made the switch to Luna as well, so off of Mantis, he's back there. The Namor, he was trying to dive my team. I guess that was maybe what he was doing the whole time while I was rage baiting, and I didn't want to let him do that anymore, so I was able to eliminate him. I tried to combo the Luna, and yet again I was destroyed by her, as well as Hulk helping her out. And it was like one of those closer games because now everyone's all jumbled up close to each other, and I was still able to ult her, send her to the spawn. She had 19 deaths. My goal is to get her to die 20 times before this game is over, so I pushed as hard as I could, and I got absolutely destroyed. I got frozen. The thing came in. He was also a counter that they pulled out for me, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get the 20 deaths on him. This is how the game officially concluded. Now when you take a look over at the scoreboard, he used 5 different characters, had like around 5k heals. He still had 11 eliminations, which is not as bad as I've seen some people go, but that is what game 1 was. Now going on to game number 2. Now, here's the first thing that I noticed. Someone typed GG, we lost, and you'll notice that I'm pulling up the scoreboard a lot because I'm trying to figure out who's the guy that typed that, because they're already a little tilted, and what we're going to do is get them to actually throw the game. So it was Jeff, and I was able to get that pull. I do want to apologize to Jeff Mains. I don't think he is a real Jeff Main because he was on Hella, and then he made the switch. I guess that's why he didn't want to play healer role, and that's why he kept saying GG, we lost. So he's not a real Jeff Main, but I had to get him, eliminated him, and then after that, I wanted to wait in the spawn. See, he said, yeah, we lost, GG's. Now, although he's saying this, he's actually not throwing. His mental is just cooked. I mean, he's just typing GG's, but at the same time, you see him healing his teammates. Anytime I come near him, he tries to eliminate me. He falls back. He tries to heal himself, heal his teammates, and he's definitely putting in effort, even though his mental is not all there. And anyone that shows a sign of weakness is literally instantly a target for me to go for. So that's exactly why I picked this guy in the first place. Now, since I was unsuccessful getting him and now his Bucky's helping him out, I decided to fall back and I was able to pull the Squirrel Girl. And the best part is she ran out of cooldown, so you'll notice that she just didn't have her abilities in this case, so she wasn't able to jump, and I was able to pull her off. Then I came back and I pulled the Gru off as well. I love this map because it's so easy to just get people off the map. So that's what I did. I ended up getting my ult. I ulted and I was able to eliminate the Jeff, who is still the main target after all, but at the same time, I'm not going to pass up on an easy opportunity to pull players off the map. After that, there was also a cloak ult on the floor. I was almost about to get my pull, so I wanted to wait, get in the perfect position. There was also the Strange, and then I was able to get him. He was floating in the air like a couple seconds before this, so I knew for a fact he didn't have his jump, so I was able to pull him off, and he ended up getting eliminated. Now, you'll see the chat yet again. He's typing GG's, we lost. I can't imagine him in his team's game chat or voice chat and what things he's probably saying there, because he's saying all this and just complaining and talking about the game is over with. And every time he says that, it just makes me want to target him even harder to actually get him to either close his app or surrender or just leave the game. Now I have another prime opportunity to pull Gru off the map, so I take advantage of that. Now we can't forget, we are trying to rage bait the Jeff, but this is also Groot's POV, so he did ult at the same time, and I felt that pull was clutch to help sort of save my teammates. But back to the Jeff, I was able to combo him and eliminate him. Now at the same time, I was sort of trying to keep him in the spawn, so I went towards the spawn and I stood behind the corner. It's a little hard in domination because they're usually all clumped and grouped together and the maps are smaller. So I tried to pull him and I completely failed, but I wasn't going to let that stop me. If I can pull Groot off the map, I can definitely pull Jeff off the map, and that's exactly what I did. And I'm not going to lie, this was like a crazy way to get him, and he felt some type of way after that because he also went to the chat and started typing. But I continued the ult and tried to clear out the point so we could just, you know, win the actual round. So there was Emma, my teammates helped me finish her off, and then look what he says is like, look where I am on the map. So he is furious. The fact that he felt like he got pulled from so far away, he was not happy with that. And after we went ahead and cleared the point, you'll see here from the Jeff's POV, he decided, you know what, he's gonna ult even though the team is not there and try to at least get someone. He completely fails, he dies, and I know that's like that would irritate anybody. If you hit an ult and then you get eliminated that way, you're not going to be happy at all. So we were able to get the point and secure the victory in round number 1. So jumping into round number 2, I was now going to play it a little more aggressive towards the Jeff and sort of try to spawn trap him as much as possible, just target him. And that's exactly what I was able to do for the first elimination. After I was able to get that pull, I ran towards the spawn and then waited for him. He snuck around me and he was like back in this area. I tried to get him, the Namor fell back and actually protected him and was able to eliminate me. So I'm thinking, okay, his team's starting to help him out. Maybe he gave some comms or something along those lines. I came back after I died, and I was looking all over the place for him. Like, where did this guy go? He didn't die, so I didn't think he would be in the spawn. I thought maybe he would at least be with the team, considering they just protected him and saved him, but he was literally in the spawn, and I guess he must have started arguing with them. After that, I was able to help the team secure the point, ulted the Cloak and Dagger, we were able to eliminate the Bucky. I went towards the spawn, and I saw that the Jeff was sitting there and just enjoying the view. He was also typing in the chat saying that you guys are flaming me and complaining about heals and all of that stuff, and I was just staring at him. So I tagged him, and he looked at me and then just jumped off the map. So this guy, he completely was not happy with his team. He was done. He didn't want to play anymore, and I felt like, okay, now we just have to sort of secure the point, eliminate players on it, and try to win. And at the same time, they're winning. If you look at the score, they're like at 70 or 80%, and we were only at like 30 or 40 at the time. So it was a very winnable game for them, but he still just didn't care anymore. So we had the point now, and it was basically a 6v5. I went to the spawn, and the whole point is just to cancel the portal because Strange decided to portal. Obviously, his team is still trying, and they're trying to win the game, but at the same time, I don't want to let them. Now, I felt like it would be a good idea to try to get a pull off the map. Jeff wasn't there. I didn't know where he was, so I just tried to pull someone else. I failed and fell off the map, but the Bucky is just as bad as me because he turned around, and I guess he tried to do this little like dash uppercut thing, and he threw himself off the map too. And Jeff was watching the whole thing go down from his POV, and he was literally just laughing. He was like, LOL, Spider-Man. So it was like he was having a good time throwing the game and just watching us do that. But that is pretty much the end of round number 2, and that is how we secured the dub with game number 2 as well. This was definitely one of the most odd games that I played, but looking at the scoreboard, he only had 7,000 heals, so I understand why his team is probably complaining because they really had one good healer the whole game. This guy ended up with 25,000 heals, while Jeff only had 7k. But that is all that I have for you guys in this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and let me know if you guys want me to do that rage baiting emote video. But thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll be seeing you guys back again. Peace.